Visa-free countries for Sri Lankan passport holders. Bahamas. When beach lovers dream of the perfect stretch of powdery sand, lapped by seas in sublime shades of blue, they're probably dreaming of the Bahamas. Encompassing 700 islands and more than 2,000 small cays sprinkled across the Atlantic Ocean and Caribbean Sea, this tropical paradise lies only 80 kilometers from Florida at its closest point. Once a haven for pirates and loyalists, the islands are now a playground for the rich and famous and anyone who enjoys world-class fishing, boating, diving, snorkeling, and sailing. Visa not required for 3 months for Sri Lankan passport holders. Barbados. This tiny nation in the Lesser Antilles is an extraordinary jewel in the Caribbean. The soft sand beaches and turquoise water create postcard-perfect scenes, but the friendly Barbadians are what truly set this island apart. Colonized by the British, Barbados is English-speaking and has a distinctly British vibe. Cricket, horse racing, polo, high tea, and driving on the left side of the road are all part of the experience. Top attractions in Barbados, apart from the outstanding beaches, including caves, historic sites, gardens, plantations, a wildlife preserve, and numerous points of interest in the capital city of Bridgetown. Some of the most popular things to do involve the sea. Snorkeling, diving, swimming, fishing, and other excursions are readily available. For ideas on how to spend your time, see our list of attractions and things to do in Barbados. Visa not required for 6 months for Sri Lankan passport holders. Bolivia. One of the most secluded and underrated travel destinations in the world, Bolivia is a country like no other. Offering up surreal landscapes, unique cultures, fun-filled festivals, vibrant cities, bustling markets and adrenaline-pumping activities, it's not a question of what to see and do in Bolivia. Rather, it's a question of knowing which sights and experiences simply cannot be missed. Visa offered on arrival for 90 days. India. India is the home to numerous attractions, amenities, activities and beauties. It is not hard to believe that a land as diverse as India has a long list of travel destinations within its borders. Starting from the valleys of Kashmir to the tri-colored Sea of Kanyakumari, you will find numerous tourist attractions, which would suit your taste. If you were visiting India in winter, Rajasthan, Delhi, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Chandigarh, Karnataka, Goa and other places would be in the top choice. If you choose to visit India in the monsoon, Uttarakhand, Munnar, Kodaikanal, Lahore, Mussoorie, Cherrapunji and Coorg are some of the places to choose. Do not think that the tropical land would become barren during summer season. There are numerous hill stations around the country, which would be at prime beauty throughout the summer season. Apart from high-altitude destinations, the beach towns like Goa, Pondicherry, Haridwar and others would also be more popular. India is a land of culture. If you are looking for a cultural tours, you can find a long list for the same. Top cultural spots to visit in India are Jaipur, Varanasi, Agra, Delhi, Kanchipuram, Madurai, Pushkar, Kolkata and others. Sri Lankans can apply for e-visa up to 90 days. Indonesia. With amazing places to visit in Indonesia spread across more than 17,000 islands, you'll never run out of opportunities for adventure and cultural interaction. Indonesia is the world's 4th most populous country. The extreme geographical diversity means plenty of beaches, jungles, and volcanoes are waiting to be enjoyed. Each region is unique and has something to offer intrepid travelers. While a bulk of visitors only see Bali, one of the top destinations in Asia, Indonesia has plenty more to offer away from the beaten path. Visa not required for up to 30 days. Kenya. Kenya is one of Africa's most distinct and stunning locations, and your travels with African Mecca safaris takes you to the country's finest destinations. Sustainable tourism and a globally recognized model of wildlife management means that you see pristine wilderness and internationally significant habitats where wildlife roam freely, including rare and endangered species and the Big Five. Visit magical Kenya and experience all that Africa offers. The intrigue and adventure of Kenya reaches back into the birth of mankind, stretches along miles of white sand beaches and journeys into dense forests and divergent deserts. Iconic landmarks such as Mount Kenya stand above the savanna plains and tropical woodlands while its intricate waterfalls lie nestled within the montane foothills. Cool breezes drift across the Indian Ocean to refresh your soul in the country's many coastal towns and islands. From her highest peaks to her deepest ocean depths, Kenya gives you an African dream trip of a lifetime. Both e-visa and on-arrival visa options available up to 90 days for Sri Lankan passport holders. Madagascar. Despite a high potential for tourism in Madagascar is underdeveloped. Madagascar's tourist attractions include its beaches and biodiversity. The island's endemic wildlife and forests are unique tourist attractions. However, historical sites, craftsman communities, and relaxed cities make it a favorite with return travelers. Both e-visa and on-arrival visa options available up to 90 days for Sri Lankan passport holders. Maldives. Located just south of the Indian subcontinent, the Maldives are a gorgeous chain of islands in the Indian Ocean Arabian Sea area consisting of 26 atolls. Travel to the Maldives and see why the islands have become so popular in recent decades, especially as a honeymoon destination, and why Maldives travel is always an unforgettable experience. The Maldives are well known as a world-class diving destination with crystal blue waters teeming with a diverse array of ocean life. There are also plenty of private bungalows and resorts abutting the island's white, sandy beaches, though in recent years cottages and apartments in the Maldives' major towns have become more prevalent. Of particular note is the island's capital, Malé, which sits at the epicenter of Maldivian culture and features dozens of colorful pastel buildings and great local restaurants. Visit Maldives and take in its vibrant local life, which has been influenced by the cultures of adjacent nations like India, Thailand and regions of the Middle East, and yet remains wholly unique. Visa not required for up to 30 days for Sri Lankan passport holders. Myanmar. Myanmar is one of the most mysterious countries in Southeast Asia and because of its cultural and geographical diversity has retained much of its historic and unique character. Discover the great attractions in Myanmar and the country's wonderful uniqueness. Sri Lankans can apply for e-visa up to 28 days for Sri Lankan passport holders. Nepal. Nepal draws visitors who come for a variety of reasons. Some are lured by the call of the mountains and seeking to climb or trek in the Himalayas, others are intrigued by the culture and the famous city of Kathmandu, and yet others come hoping to find some sort of spiritual awakening. Nepal can be an adrenaline adventure, a cultural eye-opener, or a life-changing experience, depending on the itinerary and mindset of the traveler. Most visitors will spend some time in Kathmandu visiting sacred and historic attractions, and then head out into other parts of the country. Some of the most popular locations outside of the capital are Chitwan National Park for wildlife viewing, and the lakeside town of Pokhara, a popular area for starting treks. Trekkers will find a variety of options, with the most popular areas being the Everest, Annapurna, and Langtang regions. On-arrival visa offered up to 90 days. Singapore. Singapore has been described as a playground for the rich, and it's true that the small city-state does have a certain sheen of wealth. But Singapore offers more than just high-end shopping malls, luxury hotels, and fine dining, though it's worth indulging in those a bit if you can. There is also a vibrant history and diverse ethnic quarters to discover, along with many family-friendly attractions and lovely public spaces that make visiting this slightly futuristic city worthwhile. Singapore has an excellent public transportation system that makes getting around convenient and easy. Once you've gotten a sense of the metro map, you'll have no problem zipping from one part of town to the next. English is spoken everywhere, and signs are in English as well. In fact, Singapore is one of the easiest and most comfortable countries to navigate in Southeast Asia. And as long as you're not comparing prices to nearby Thailand or Vietnam, you're in for a lovely stay. Visa not required up to 30 days for Sri Lankan passport holders. Uganda. Tourists from around the world who visit Uganda are always stunned by the country's beauty. That beauty is what prompted Winston Churchill to refer to Uganda as the Pearl of Africa in his book My African Journey in 1908. In the past, the civil unrest kept Uganda under the tourism radar, but today the political stability, coupled with great efforts in wildlife conservation, has seen the number of tourists who visit the country multiply many times over. Both e-visa and on-arrival visa options available up to 90 days for Sri Lankan passport holders. Here are some more countries that are visa-free for Sri Lankan passport holders. Antigua and Barbuda, Azerbaijan, Benin, Cambodia, Cape Verde, Comoros, Côte d'Ivoire, Djibouti, Dominica, Ethiopia, Gabon, Gambia, Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Haiti, Iran, Kyrgyzstan, Laos, Lesotho, Malawi, Malaysia, Mauritania, Mauritius, Micronesia, Moldova, Mozambique, Pakistan, Palau, Qatar, Rwanda, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Samoa, São Tomé and Príncipe, Senegal, Seychelles, Sierra Leone, Somalia, Suriname, Tajikistan, Timor-Leste, Togo, Tuvalu, Uzbekistan, Vanuatu, Zambia, Zimbabwe. Thank you for watching till the end. Please leave your feedback in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe.